How's it? Hang loose. Okay, now, best I can make this. Okay, here we go. We're on the road. Actually, we're sliding down. It's the highway to hell. We're on the road. What am I kidding me? Look at this. This. Kind of thumbnail material there. Pardon me for that. But here we go. Major outbreak. Now this major outbreak is the number 355 single day record. Again? Single day record. Again? Single day record. Again? Single day record. Again. Yeah, for 2 weeks. And it prompted a shutdown, and then they backpedaled it, I think. First it was shut down, and then it was conditions, so it's like partial shutdown. Then they're like lockdown or stay-at-home orders. Stay-at-home orders, because lockdown sounds like prison, right? Yep. And why started doing newspaper in the first place? The article that made the foundation stone. Trans-Pacific tourism through a preset travel set to begin September 1st. It's still there. So far. It's sketchy. He's even going, I think I'm going to push that back. I think he's waiting for that to settle in before he actually pushes it back. Think of it as being pushed back. So, unplug your hope factory on that September 1st one. I know that we are going backwards. It will cause further harm to our economy, but we will always said that the health and safety of our community be the highest priority. Ige said in the news conference. Well, that's great. Yeah, when you start dying and dropping like flies and stuff, you know, that's your happy new economy. So fun. Okay, so I'll start ripping through this stuff. 70 people at OCCC, that's the local prison, not jail, prison, OCCC. Yeah, there's things about containing virus spread inside prisons. Outbreak, break out, lock down, prison. I mean, stay-at-home order. So they're pussyfooting with the wording because they're worried about their election. That's where their mind's at. Homeless shelter, get an outbreak there, so they just turn the homeless shelter into a what do you call it? Holding pen for sick people. Missouri, the battleship Missouri, which is moored over here, has a new exhibit with the atomic bomb victims of Hiroshima and Nagasaki approximately 75 years ago. Not to the day. Let me jump to that, because that's in this local news, right? Oh. The altar of peace inside the USS Missouri, which on top of the deck they signed the treaty on unconditional surrender from Japan. And then they showed the melted bottle, and they said, President Barack Obama, he made origami next to the little girl who survived the blast but died from the radiation. It was a big thing. It looks like a Godzilla next to big little girls, little dead girls. I don't know. I did an origami thing. Just no, it's special. Thing is in the melted bottle. This now most you see about this. It's an addy of they call it ash, silicon ash thing. So it's an addy. It's my most shocking thing you'll see that sticks in people's wall is the last silhouette vapor left on the because the instant rise where people. Vapor. You. This for here. Union. Ian. Well, teacher you back. Union doesn't want to go over which one school is concerned. Main Hawaii elitely is push it up. Unions. In back. Monopoly. Union closed. He shot in the store. Almost room. Ran for the jury trial. The game. Man, if on the illegal game. So, and the shot goes down. Gamer. Don't need illegal game inside your own van. Okay, okay, go back to this one. We're still in the okay. Visit industry spaces for further pre-arrival testing. So they kind of bring it pre-arrival testing, like pre-arrival testing. I called it test and travel. Didn't catch on. Test and travel. Go find out. Okay, test and travel. I said, could get testing, but a pre-arrival testing thing. So, anyways, the main thing about that is, since it's so outbreak, you know, something about outbreak. Don't be afraid. Because this whole damn pandemic, it's endemic to the population. It's gonna pop up here, pop up there. It's gone. It's already a worldwide outbreak. That's what pandemic means. But 3:55. Someone's not doing their share. That's all that is. They might delay it, but I'm not saying yet. Time Supermarket created to honor dead brothers. I have to go to Time Supermarket today. Thank you for that. Okay. We got local. Now these. I'm going to tackle the big news after. Big news after. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. And here's one that's probably worth. Lieutenant Governor. The prisoners are like, the prisoner thing is, they can't control it inside the prison, so they have to break people apart. The prisoners are just using them. And once that goes, man, they're just gonna be using them, like, using them. Once it's gone inside a prison, they're gonna have to disperse us. This one, Yale. Yale is accused of racial bias in admissions. My, really? Not Harvard, but Yale. Yeah, the Justice Department Thursday accused Yale University of violating civil rights law by discriminating against Asian American and white applicants. An escalation of the Trump administration moves against race bias. An escalation of the Trump administration's moves against race-based admission policies at a. How are they discriminating against? Oh, yeah. Remember? Yeah, I'm going to skip over here to this part. Initially filed in 2014, 6 years ago, the Harvard cases, rest on many of the same complaints that the Justice Department leveled against Yale. They did this before. It argued that Harvard's administration process amounted to illegal quota system. You know, they want to open it up to different races, not just be white biased, favorite to whites. So they had, well, let's bring in a lot. They recruited up when I was in Montana. They recruited a lot, and they were looking for black people up in Montana. It's like, it's fucking Montana. Why are you up here for us? In the wrong place. The Native Americans over there. Wow. Native Americans. But anyways, not to complicate it, Harvard actively recruits black people. That I've seen in person. Yeah, it's true. But a quota system means that they'll be selecting black people over qualified other people. And that's where they get the white biased against white people, discrimination against. They're calling it that, what do you call it? Shit, I forget. So they biased for favoring black and Hispanic at the expense of Asian Americans. That was the Harvard one. Now over here, with the Yale one, they're adding Asian and white guy. So the department's finding could have far-reaching consequences for the ongoing legal challenges of affirmative action. That's where they're going, which are expected to eventually reach the Supreme Court. So now you know what's coming up in the docket for the Supreme Court. You want to do racial frickin' thing? There you go. There's where you freaking battle that crap. It's against those people. No, it's against us. It's an illegal quota system. That's what we used to say when the cops giving out freaking speeding tickets. We're just trying to make your quota. Another national one involving Pumpkinhead. Opposition to mail funding. Yeah, let's check this one out. President Donald Trump stirred new questions about Thursday about whether he should seek to hold up new money. Right there. Cryptocurrency. Hold up new money to the Postal Service to impede mail-in voting. So, what he's doing is he's saying, he's accusing mail-in voting of being susceptible to fraud. So therefore, I don't want to give money to the Postal Service. Which, if you had mail-in voting, you'd have tons of votes come in. And he's scared of that. But he's saying, it's going to be a fraud. So you have tons of votes come in through the mail. And it was against him. He'd be taking it to the Supreme Court. They're discriminating against me just like they did in Yale. Right? Good. But look at this. Because of his opposition to mail-in voting, still, he left open a possibility. I have my carrot. A possibility he could come to a deal as part of a larger negotiation over the new round of economic stimulus. Well, if you promise to vote for me, we'll fund that, and then stimulus for all. You see how that works? He's like, we're going to take this away, and we might give it back if you vote for me. We haven't honored it. And then he quote this, quote, "We have to have an honest election," the president said when pressed on mail voting at conference in the new White House briefing room. Quote, the president. And if it's not going to be an honest election, I guess people have to sit down and think really long and hard about it. It's really long and hard about it. Yeah. You have to think long and hard about it. You have to think long and hard about it. You have to think long and hard about it. Meanwhile, in North Korea, yeah, I'm still thinking about it. North Korea rejects flooding and virus help. They're having major floods, and the supreme leader is, I'm rejecting it. It's not happening. I'm rejecting it. No help, nope. We're just gonna close borders. You have. See, I'm not making this up. It's like last year, ambitious 5-year development plan. Kim Jong-un in December declared a frontal breakthrough against international sanctions. And where is it? As an aggressive anti-virus campaign, will keep its borders shut. Keep its borders shut and reject outside help. As an aggressive anti-virus campaign. Put up a wall. Kim said his country now faces a dual challenge of fending off the COVID-19 amidst worsening global pandemic and repairing damage from torrential rain that lashed the country for the past weeks. It didn't happen. I'm reading that. Now, I'm just playing more word playing. Alright. Yep, that's really good. Postal as our president is old U.S. Postal Service as a carrot stick. And this and that. Much bungo. I spent time on that garbage country. Garbage. No, that's already tough. That's not. You didn't really. You gotta go for a few minutes. I'll repeat Hawaii. So this will get more local because you can cut and replace law out of these. Law, it's a name, take everything, or you take bill, replace like the same bill number, take everything out. Stop. So pass that. Didn't pass. They want to pass the right, so they go it. But that's didn't get it quite. You didn't waste right. Like guys did the thing, didn't do it. They get rid of that. Impetuous youth by Aristotle. Sit down, you old man. Aristotle, you might injure your knee throughout your hip. Alright. Don't politicize Postal Service, we depend on it. Amen. U.S. Postal all the way out. Recently I noticed my first class mail was taking 2 weeks longer than it arrived. Last week, someone in Honolulu mailed me a first class letter on August 5th, and it arrived at my house on August 8th. 3 days later, we were 19 miles away. Postal? It was late. Your mail's late. I believe this reflects the change in delivery policies. You're assuming that, yeah, might be the delivery people. They're pissed off about this. They're like starting to fuck people. Plus, many of us now rely on the mail to bring us. Here's the point. Plus, many of us now rely on the mail to bring us the goods that we can no longer shop for safely, including food and medical prescriptions. Why is the Postal Service being used as a political football at our expense during a pandemic? Why is the Postal Service being used as a political football? Alluding to the JFK. Well, I think it's holding a football. Imagine. I'll think of this. Robert goes in the football. What do you think? But in this case, political football stuck. Political football turned into the codes, the suitcase with the codes, and now political football is just playing football with our freaking Postal Service. Why would this be used as playing a political football, you old poop? Oh, he's still there. Anyways, happy voting. It's coming up soon, those conventions. This is like kind of like no newspaper with me yammering. Anyways, hang loose. Next time, aloha.